Dear colleagues, we present the results of the effort of the main astronomical observatory of the National Academy of Science of Ukraine and Astronomical Observatory of Taras Shevchenko National University of Kyiv to create the Ukrainian network for observation of star occultation by small bodies of the solar system. The method of star occultation by objects of the solar system is quite effective in astronomical research. It allows you to receive information that is difficult to obtain by other remote methods. This method applies to geometrical dimensions, surface brightness distribution, detection of structural features like shape and multiplicity of objects and rings, with a resolution that is unachievable for ground-based telescopes. The key part of the network includes stationary instruments located in the main astronomical observatory of the National Academy of Science of Ukraine, the astronomical observatory of the Kyiv National University, an observation station in the village of Lesniki, and one mobile complex. On the basis of the main astronomical observatory of the National Academy of Science of Ukraine, in cooperation with the Astronomical Observatory of Kyiv National University, was developed and created a hardware and software complex for observing the occultations of stars by celestial objects using long-focus stationary telescopes. The appearance of the complex is shown on the figure on the right. It includes a light filter unit, a focus reducer, and Apogee Alta U47 CCD camera. The focus reducer allows you to increase the field of view and the overall sensitivity of the complex. The AZT-2 telescope for which the complex was manufactured is shown on the left. The observation showed quite acceptable parameters of the complex, which are shown below. The Astronomical Observatory of Kyiv University can use two observation points with their own instruments. On the territory of the observatory, there is a small telescope Mirage on the left. The main observations are planned to be carried out at the observation station in the village of Lesniki in the best astroclimatic conditions. There is a AZ2-14 telescope which allows you to observe fainter objects. The completely autonomous complex was created for the possibility of choosing the place of observation of occultations. It uses a small telescope and computerized mount that can be quickly transported and deployed at a remote observation point. Its parameters are shown on this slide. We found several points with convenient access and minimal illumination. Their coordinates are shown on the slide as well. We have the following cameras in our disposal. Mainly we used Apogee Alta U47 CCD camera. Parameters of the cameras are shown on the slide. The main and most sensitive camera of the Apogee Alta U47. It has a long readout time. It operates in drift scan mode, so it can be used for photometry of rapid brightness changes. In this case, the image of the star is continuously shifted. A set of tracks from the stars is obtained on the frame. The effective exposure depends on the movement speed, which is programmed. Below a fragment of the star track with a register occultation is shown. We developed a program for working with this camera in drift scan mode and for processing the received frames with a track of stars. In the Odessa Astronomical Observatory of Odessa National University, there are two observation stations at which observations of the occultations were carried out. These observations are being carried out in cooperation with a Kyiv group of observers. The parameters of the instruments and these stations are shown on the slide. Our occultation observer network is expanding with amateurs. The private astronomical observatory in Ananyev was recently joined it. A qualified observer, Mashevsky Mykola, works there. The station has an international code, station coordinates and equipment parameters are shown on the slide. The next amateur who participates in the network is Angelsky Alexander. He already has several coverage observations, including a recorded occultation. His observation point is located in the Odessa region. Lozova School Astronomical Observatory also takes the part in the network. This point has good equipment and a qualified leader, Sergei Verbitsky. This point is valuable because it is quite remote from the rest of our network. This slide shows the location of observation points on the map of Ukraine. Unfortunately, there are not very many necessary tags yet, but we are trying to increase their number. We are working on the unification of observation. An important place in this belongs to the time service. We propose to use the GPS receiver and the corresponding software developed by us and tested during long-term operations. The receiver antenna can be located at a distance of up to 10 meters from the computer, which increases the measurement accuracy by reducing the influence of the telescope pavilion. We use a program that runs in the background during the entire observation period and records a protocol of the discrepancy between the system time and the computer and the time of the GPS receiver. In the course of observations, all moments are recorded in a computer time. Subsequent processing allows you to store the exact moments that are referenced to the GPS time. The accuracy of mixing of the moment with such a procedure is not more than 15 to 12 milliseconds. Here there are some results that are obtained on this occultation observation network. An interesting effect was recorded when observing the passage of the star HD 5314 through the comet 21P Jakobini-Zinner on September 21st, 2018. From the form of the stellar brightness decrease in the form of the cap and the morphological features of the comet image. It was concluded that the light weakening was caused by the passage of the star through the jet, which contained CHON particles. A chord with a length of 185 kilometers near the asteroid Alesia was recorded when observing the coverage on March 31st, 2019. This is more than the accepted diameter of the asteroid of 179 kilometers. Taking into account the photometric estimates of changes in the asteroid brightness, we concluded that the asteroid Alesia is of ellipsoidal shape and the actual ratio is 1 to 1.19. The grazing occultations of the star TYC 1280-232-1 by the asteroid Cremona was registered on December 5th, 2019. This result was obtained by taking into account theory of diffraction and the model of the formation of the track of the star when the registration of occultation by CCD in the drift scan mode. And finally, we want to draw the following conclusions. A Ukrainian network has been created and it's developing to observe the occultation of stars by the bodies of the solar system which unites professional astronomers and amateurs. The first result of this network obtained, which shows its ability to obtain quality outcome and results. We invite you to join this network and get more complete and better results. Thank you for your attention.